Gaffer, another game Saturday, this time against Bristol. What's the mood in the camp like heading into that one?
Yeah, mood in the camp obviously full of injuries. Players that you wouldn't expect to be playing are obviously not available. But we go there in good spirits after Tuesday. Everyone's picked themselves up. And no, we just got to go on. As I said, you know, everybody from the owner down to me, where everyone's been trying to get players in and trying to do what we can do. And just can't wait for a magic sponge to start working in the physio's room.
Bristol Rovers, the opposition, what do you think we can expect from them?
I keep getting criticised for saying it's a tough game, but they've got a very good manager in charge of them. They're very, very experienced. They're a very good side. I know a couple of their lads. And if we're not, you know, at it, then we're going to, you know, we don't want to go down there half-cocked, to put it that way, because they will be organised. They'll be a good side. And like I say, with, you know, a manager that don't get the credit sometimes that he deserves, in my opinion. And I'm looking forward to the game.
We had a little bit of transfer business, obviously Yems coming in after the Charlton game. What do you think the fans can expect from him?
Good player, very lively. Obviously a young player, recommended very highly from QPR for me. People that we know up there, and lively, young kid, very game, good in the tackle. Looks, you know, good vision on the boy, and no, I think the fans will be excited once he gets picked.
Tony Craig going back to his old club, obviously it'd be good to have a head that's experienced and knows the place well on Saturday.
His head's experienced. Yeah, I understand what you mean then by that. Yeah, Tony, like I say, he loved it. He's, you know, telling me how good the fans were to him, and even Tom, bless him, you know, before he got injured and everything. And obviously Sammy Matthews was the same. And I just, having been at Exeter and been down that way and know quite a few people in Bristol, fans are there. They're just different class, aren't they? They're good football fans down there. Let's hope they're not too good on Saturday for us. But no, they're good fans. You know, me personally, you'd love playing in front of. If I was the home side, and they get behind you, it's worth another goal to you, isn't it?
And the uptake on away tickets has been really impressive so far for the Crawley fans making their journey to Bristol. How important will they be to compete with the fans at Bristol?
The other night, as I said to you, you couldn't. If they bring that same sort of spirit and endeavour to us, the lads, we owe them a good performance, and we owe them, as I keep saying to you, honesty and hard work and all that's a gimme. But listen, let's just make sure every one of us stick together, and we'll do the best that we can, because I know they will be doing the best. And just don't get in the Wetherspoons too early.
Mark.
Excellent. Yeah, it's talking to Bristol Rovers. I've seen a couple of fans say they're falsely positioned at the moment. Is there such a thing as falsely positioned in this league, do you think?
It's any league. You deserve to be where you are, otherwise you wouldn't be there. But at the same time, I know everyone's waiting for them to, you know, the blue touch paper to get lit and they go flying. We've just got to make sure that we ain't the lighter tomorrow to light the touch paper.
Indeed. Injuries, is there? I know you've got a whole list of them. Is there anyone you're expecting back on Saturday?
No. It's a shame, because it's no detriment to the lads that are playing, because they're all trying to, you know. But we're playing some of the lads a lot more in time-wise in front than what we thought they would be. You know, a lot of the younger boys, we haven't had really time to bed them in and what have you. And some of them are learning their trade, so to speak. We've had a lot of very high-profile games, but that's what you're in football for. You can't enjoy them games. You can't enjoy going there on the weekend and proving yourself, as I say, against a very good side with a lot of tradition, good crowd there, good football people down that area, in my opinion. And if you can't enjoy going down there for that, well, go and get, you know, go and start flipping burgers or something. Yeah.
This time last year, it seemed like you were playing a game every 2 or 3 days. You've got midweek off next week. Is it nice to have more midweek without any games, especially with your injury?
Because we're going on a club trip to Dubai next week. We fly out Sunday and we come back Thursday.
Right.
And then I'll wake up and believe that. No, we'll be at the training ground working next week, because we'll have the injured boys in, and it is good to rest a couple, but to get them fitter. But no, you know, we ain't started yet. The work hasn't started. You know, season's still in his infancy, and we don't want to make sure that we're up with a pack.
Yeah. Something you said after the game on Tuesday night against Charlton. Let's hope I get the reins to do what I want to do. I just wondered if you could expand on that and what you meant by that.
Yeah, I think it was misinterpreted a little bit. what I'm saying is we've got injured players out, and we haven't been had the opportunity to play the side that we want to play.
Right.
All together. So you just hope that when the injured boys are back, we can actually put a side out that we go, that's us now. This is the so-called best 11, the Leeds 11. The chat last year, you know, it was nothing meant any more directive because the people behind the scenes can't do enough to what they're doing. None of us can. We're all working. And Erdan and that, you know, he's put all the work in over the years that we're doing. Why would you suddenly, you know, you're looking at it and it's the worst injury crisis, and I say crisis, it's the worst injury things that we've ever had. We've had 3 major shoulder injuries for outfield that I've never come across in my life. You know, Sam Matthews has just had an operation. He was the worst out of it, but the bone come through or something. You've had Ludi, you've had Tom. And they're just things you think, things like rugby players and that would get. But shoulder injuries, I've never heard of it. And then we've had little nigger injuries, and they had the COVID, there was 4 out with the COVID, but they're playing catch-up all the time, and that's proved at Charlton. We had to keep people on the pitch who really, in a perfect world, you would have just said, you know, Shepherd's Hook, come on and come and have a rest. You can't do that in a minute.
Yeah.
Slowly getting there, but like you say, next week will maybe a good tester for everybody to sit there.
Yeah, and just going back to deadline day, was it ultimately a frustrating deadline day with, obviously you brought in Amrit, it sounds like it's going to be good for the club, but was it ultimately a bit frustrating for you, not bringing any more experienced heads in?
Well, yeah, I think, but every club can say the same. You know, I'm happy. I made a statement and I said to the chairman here that once we had the 2022 that we've got, I'm happy, not a problem. Of course, you're always looking to improve. Unfortunately, since day one, we haven't had that 2022 to pick from. You know, because, I'm not making excuses, because of injuries, because of illnesses, because of everything else. But what do? You either moan or you get on with it. But there comes a time when I can see what the fans can see, and I'm even looking, going, well, you know, I was even looking in the crowd to put a couple of people on if I could have done. You know, get them down, do a bit of training. That's how, you know, desperate it. Well, I say desperate because everyone was, you know, they're trying their best for the football club, and let's hope that I'm glad we got it early. Really, I wouldn't fancy this if we were going through the crisis or the injuries like we've had later on in the season. You know, let's get it out of the way, hopefully, and let's all get on it.
Lovely. Thank you, John.